day, right? A regular day, a regular day. A regular day. So last night, I took Mick Jagger to the dog groomers. Okay. Beautiful. They did a beautiful job on him. Beautiful job. I put a video up. Everything is good. Okay. So today, about 2 o'clock, because I am a delinquent and I wake up very late. Oh, I woke up before 2 o'clock, but by the time I got ready to go out, he's really a good dog. He waits to go out. He gives me no trouble. Okay, so I put his harness on. He was wearing his white Snoopy coat. You know, the Snoopy coat. I don't want to bring it out here because he might get excited and get mixed up that we're going O-U-T. Okay, so I can't show you. But you all know the white coat with the Snoopy on it. So we had that on. And so we're all dressed. Not that bad out. The weather's not bad. So we go on our journey for a little walk. So yeah, so we're walking. We're walking down the street. All right, we get a few blocks. And then I see these two women. And they're looking at one of the storefronts they could make a restaurant. And so then we started to talk, me and these two ladies. So we were talking, we were bullshitting for a while. And so then the conversation was over. So I go to walk away. I look down at the dog. And the only thing that I'm holding is the leash and the harness and the coat. The dog is gone. The dog is gone. Mick Jagger is gone. I go screaming. I need 2 hands. I go screaming into the streets. First I got called his name, but I go into the street because there's a lot of traffic. And I'm stopping traffic. Everybody, I'm stopping the traffic this way and that way. All right? This way like a crossing guard. All right? Nobody's going anywhere. All the cars stopped. They all stopped. There was no movement. The ladies I was talking to, everybody started to see this commotion. They were saying, what's the dog's name? Mick Jagger. Everybody starts looking under cars. He just disappeared. He wasn't on the sidewalk. He wasn't under the cars. I didn't know where my baby was. The panic, my heart, the anxiety, the stress, and everything was terrible. My baby was nowhere to be found. I didn't know what to do. We were screaming. The cars were stopped. This is a good 10 minutes, guys. A good 10 minutes. The cars didn't blow their horns. They didn't complain. They were very nice. They stayed still. Everybody stayed still, and everybody joined force to find the dog. Looking at the cars. As I'm telling this, I feel like I'm going to collapse, honest to God. I didn't think I would ever see my dog, Mick Jagger, again. So then these 2 guys are walking down the street, and they said, he's right there. So I went. It was where the sidewalk, where we were standing. I don't know where he was, because he wasn't there. So, so he had no leash on, and he was standing there, and he was looking at me, and I didn't want him to, run off or anything, so I approached him slowly, and he did do a little, like he wanted to run or play, and I managed to cover him like this. I covered him with my body. My whole body covered my dog, okay? So I'm laying on the street, not the street, the sidewalk. I'm laying on the street on top of my dog, holding him because he didn't have the leash on. This old lady, this older woman, she comes. She was like an angel from heaven. She comes and she says, "Are you all right?" I said, "No, I can't move. I had a panic attack, a complete breakdown, panic attack." She said, I need to get in one of the storefronts. I got to make sure I get this harness back on. But there was a bench in front of a massage place. There was a bench. So I don't know how I even got to the bench. I got to the bench. She goes, "Put the dog on the bench." I put the dog on the bench. I was able to put his harness on. But I had to call a family member to come because I was completely freaked out, I thought my dog was dead, was going to get hit by a car. I thought I would never see my baby again. So I'm over there. He's on the bench. I got the harness. And I'm like holding him, hugging him, right, Mick Jagger? Yes. Until my family member came. My family member came and took the dog, carried the dog home. I would not let the dog walk. He had to escort me to my apartment. I got in the apartment. I got down like this. I got down on the floor like this. I was hugging my dog. I couldn't move. I was all panicked, anxiety. It was awful, guys. It was the most dreadful thing in the whole wide world. Now, the harness I always use, correct? But this is something for dog owners now. I want to tell everybody that owns a dog, and they bring it to the groomers because they get all the undercoat off of your dog. So apparently the harness got too big on him and he must have slipped out. I don't know. I didn't see when it happened. I had no idea what happened. I just looked down and he wasn't there. I was just holding a leash and a coat. So now I have PTSD from this, and I don't. So the moral of the story is, or they're going to say this, guys, whoever has pets, you bring your dog to the groomers. They weed out the undercoat. So the harness is going to get looser. And that's, I think, what exactly happened. So warning to pet owners, after your dog gets groomed, make sure you have a smaller size harness because your dog is going to slip out of it like mine did. And it was the scariest thing in the whole wide world. And there we go. Their diary entry completed. And that's it. And so, but now the thing is, I don't ever want to go out anymore. I don't want to go outside. I don't know what to do. It's too much of a risk. I know some lady, I know a friend of mine, that she never takes her dogs out. Never takes them out. Let them go on the wee-wee pad. You know, it's nice if you had a house with a yard and you could put the dog in it, in the yard, fenced in the yard. But when you have to walk around city streets, busy traffic, this has happened many times. This happened to my Wolfgang. He got off of the leash once at a street fair. Mick Jagger, it happened again when he was a puppy. He got out of the harnesses. They're not making the harness correct. There has to be a better harness. Everybody, if you guys know anything about the strongest, most securest harness for a dog, please type it in a comment in this video. Any brand, My friends who have my number text me information. It's a Voyager. He has a Voyager harness. Um, I don't trust these harnesses. They're not making the harnesses safe. So if you have a dog and you don't have a yard, we need a more guarantee that your dog will not get out of that harness. So that is what has happened to me. Right, Mick Jagger? And now my baby is in bed. My baby is in bed where he's supposed to be, in bed. And I don't want to walk him anymore. I don't know what to do. Double check him. I did double check him. I did nothing wrong, Brett. The clips were in. I just explained. I explained that he got groomed last night, and when they take away the undercoat of the dog gets slimmer, and his hair is very sleek because he's real clean. He has glossy hair, so the harness is too big for him because he lost a lot of hair from getting groomed because they do the undercoat. Oh,